and welcome back to Altcoin Disrupt. Bitcoin is now more expensive than a kilogram of gold. Now, as we all know, Bitcoin is an online digital currency. It's a digital money, and it's always had a very interesting link to gold because many people have seen it as a store of value, a way to keep your money secure, similar to gold, but this is digital. In fact, it's safer than gold, much safer. But the common problem is that a lot of people point out is that Bitcoin is extremely volatile, and the higher it climbs, now sitting at 57,000 US dollars, the higher it climbs, the more volatile it becomes. It's also interesting to note that the more money you invest is also the more volatile experience you'll be having because you think about it, you buy one Bitcoin for 57,000. Bitcoin could go down back to $10,000, which means that you will lose 47 grand in that process, or Bitcoin could go up to 100 US dollars. No, sorry, 100,000 US dollars. 100 US dollars. What was I thinking? My mistake. It's interesting because Bitcoin is almost at 60,000 US dollars. And when you think about it relatively, that's not that far off from 100,000 US dollars. The question is, can Bitcoin hit 1,000 US dollars this year? That's an important question. And certainly, will people constantly keep on transitioning to Bitcoin? Now, the good news is, since Tesla, Elon Musk is invested in Bitcoin, I've been reading more about companies who've invested in Bitcoin. It's nothing new. Companies have been investing in Bitcoin for years now. But the reason I only finding out about this now is because Tesla and Elon Musk, a company, a person that I follow almost daily, a person that I'm very much interested in, a person that I'm learning from, a company that I respect and I follow, they've invested in Bitcoin 1.5 billion. And last year, well, actually this year, they've made more money from Bitcoin, more profit than they did from selling Tesla cars in 2020 alone. That's astonishing. So let's get into it. In brief, a single Bitcoin is now worth more than a bar of gold. You hear that, guys? A bar of bloody gold. This is a watershed moment in the debate about BTC as a store of value. The price of gold is not likely to move anytime soon. Bitcoin, however, will keep on climbing. It could go back down, but it will keep on climbing. It'll always go back up. The thing I don't like about people who talk about Bitcoin is that they're very hypocritical, because the moment Bitcoin crashes, they all panic and they all start talking a lot of unnecessary junk. They all start saying a lot of unnecessary crap, just talking a lot of crap about Bitcoin. And the moment Bitcoin starts going up in value again, they start talking good about Bitcoin. Absolute idiots. It's like they don't understand that it's a currency that can go up and down extremely volatilely. I'm not sure that's a word, but it's extremely volatile. It can go up and down at an increasingly alarming large rate. It can and it will. Bitcoin will crash again. For the next 100 years, Bitcoin will crash probably God knows how long, maybe 500 times. Bitcoin will crash a lot of times. But that doesn't mean that you should lose hope. Because this is not why Bitcoin was built. It was built to give people freedom over their money. To take your money from the bank and put it into something that only you can control. No one else can. Now, recently, You had Elon Musk explaining in brief why he invested in Bitcoin, why he urged Tesla to invest in Bitcoin. He basically said this: um, Bitcoin is actually not a lot better than the dollar. It's not a lot better than the pound. It's not a lot better than the yen. It's not a lot better than fiat currency. It's just less dumb. Less dumb. Basically, what he's saying is Bitcoin is not perfect. It just makes a little bit more sense to invest in Bitcoin, to hold some of your money in Bitcoin rather than keeping it in the bank where you have no control over it. You think you have control over it, but that's just because they give you control. The moment they decide that they don't like you anymore, that's it. You can't access your money. And if you don't believe me, just do your research and you'll find out what really goes on in the financial world when they decide to turn against us. So that's what Bitcoin is. It's here to give us some freedom. Now, a lot of people get the idea that, oh, Bitcoin is Jesus, Bitcoin is God, Bitcoin is everything. No. Bitcoin wasn't just created to hold money as a safe way to hold your money. Bitcoin was also created so people will realize that we should create more currencies like Bitcoin. There will be another Bitcoin. A lot of people don't think that. A lot of people don't even want to believe that. It's like a religion to them. And I'm like, why don't you just calm down and understand that even you didn't like Bitcoin at one stage? You didn't create Bitcoin. And that's why I like that the person who created Bitcoin has made themselves a ghost, anonymous. You can't find them. We don't know who did it. I like that because if we knew who did it, we'd look at them as a fucking god. That's what people would do. People are already looking at Bitcoin as a god. Bitcoin is not a god, but it is one of the greatest things that's ever been created in the financial market. It's the key that will open the doorway to multiple doorways. That's what Bitcoin has done. It's opened the doorway to create DeFi, Ethereum. You think these altcoins would be here without fucking Bitcoin starting this shit? No. But what I'm saying to people is embrace it. Embrace other coins. Embrace other coins. What's so wrong about embracing other coins? It's some people act as if you should only invest in Bitcoin. You should not invest in anything else. What's so wrong with investing in something else, something that you believe in? Because the last time I checked, there are over 8 billion people on this planet, 8 billion different opinions. Not everyone is right.
It's 20 hours.
Not everyone is right. So that was just a bit of my rant, to be honest. I just wanted to speak my mind. But earlier this week, in a tweet, debate with bullion dealer Peter Schiff on the relative merits of Bitcoin compared to gold as a store of value. Tesla CEO said, "You might as well have crypto." Yes, you might as well have crypto because it's less dumb than fiat currency. It's less dumb. It makes more sense. But that doesn't mean that fiat is the end and Bitcoin is the future. Bitcoin is the future. But this is not the end for fiat currency. Fiat currency still runs the world. You know? The government like to have control. The banks like to have control. And if they can't control Bitcoin, Bitcoin is going to have a very hard time becoming the currency of the future. Ultimately, Bitcoin may never become the currency of the future. It will be the currency of the people. It's the currency of the people. It's a currency that people can trust because you know what you're getting yourself into. It could go up and it could go down. You could lose all your money and you could gain twice as much or 10 times as much. Bitcoin is honest. The bank is not. The government is not. Musk has long been known for marketing moving tweets in the cryptoverse, but this week his Twitter pumping power has become divinatory. As today, you might as well have Bitcoin over a bar of gold if you want to preserve your value. Bitcoin has only been in inception over what has it been, 12, 13 years now? And it's already at 57 grand. Actually, $58,000 by now. It's almost at 60,000 US dollars. Goodness, pinch me. Seriously. At 10:49 a.m. UTC today, Bitcoin hit its apex at 57 grand US dollars for exceeding the approximately 57,000 price calculated for a kilo of gold on Trading View. Interesting. When fiat money goes down, gold and other crypto go up. You hear that? When fiat money goes down, gold and other crypto go up. Interesting. Like I said, it's the currency of the people. But don't forget that it might not be the currency of the future. It's the currency of the people. In some ways, you can say it's the currency of the future because we are in the future and 10 years ago was the past. So in some ways, you can say it's the currency of the future. But what I mean is that if the government can't find use in it, they'd hold it so they can make money. But the government want to control you, and they can't with Bitcoin. That's why they won't allow Bitcoin. That's why they'll try everything they can to stop Bitcoin. The only way they embrace Bitcoin is if it's going to profit them. But it has to be in some way that they can control people because they can't give up the bank and they can't give up their fiat currency because they'll have no control over people. It's interesting how that works, isn't it? It's like a double-edged blade or a double-edged sword. Very interesting. But it is fascinating that Bitcoin just keeps on going up and it's not stopping anytime soon. I mean, god damn. Just like what now? I remember when Bitcoin hit 15 grand. That looks like a baby milestone compared to where Bitcoin is now. Looks like a baby milestone. For real. It's amazing. So, wow. Thank you guys for watching this. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.